I regret that I'm not able to attend the proceeding in person due to the pandemic, of course. However, I do appreciate the opportunity to address the court and the defendants regarding the Camp Fire and the death of my father, Robert Duvall. Needless to say, I've been immensely affected by the unfathomable tragedy that occurred on that morning in early November 2018. This fiasco has caused my family and me a great deal of suffering and will continue to do so. But while I experienced many of the same hardships like PTSD, depression, anxiety, and financial struggles like other survivors and next of kin do as a result of your negligence, my personal plight is ancillary to the anguish, agony, and unimaginable pain your company's carelessness caused the innocent people caused in the fire. So instead of focusing on my grief, I would just like to reflect for a minute on what it must have been like for my dad in his final moments as the fire bore down on him. All alone, he was helplessly trapped like a caged animal inside the cab of his truck with no escape in sight. Flames raging red, orange, and yellow violently whipping about in every direction. Sheer panic and hysteria setting in as the blaze quickly engulfed the vehicle. With the heat rapidly intensifying, the stench of melting plastic, rubber, and metal filled the air before a thick blanket of black smoke and ash suffocated the interior. Glass cracking and shattering as he was incinerated alive, the fire indiscriminately burning fabric, flesh, then bone. I wonder if he screamed out in torment until silenced forever by the inferno. My dad's body was so thoroughly annihilated by the fire, it was impossible to identify his remains by any standard protocol. Instead, I was asked to provide a DNA sample in order to confirm that it was in fact him, something no person should ever have to endure. Then, weeks later, the remnants of his once vibrant being were delivered to me through the mail in a cardboard box, a box that I still can't bring myself to open, even more than a year after receiving it. And to top it all off, my father was stranded up on Edgewood Lane, just feet away from his partner, Beverly Powers, who met the same fate within the home that my grandparents built nearly 50 years ago. Not only did he suffer the most horrific death I can imagine, he couldn't even be with the person he loved through their last minutes on this earth. Although Mr. Johnson and many of his colleagues were not with PG&E at the time of this completely avoidable catastrophe, let this be a lesson to them and others who may be blinded by the bottom line and the pursuit of profits. Cutting corners and squeezing out every last penny available only to please your shareholders will cost us all in the end. You have only one responsibility above all else in your function as power providers: to keep everyone safe. Thank you.
Mr. Duvall, thank you very much for taking the time to take this phone call and share that with us this afternoon.
Thanks so much for the opportunity.
All right. Thank you. Goodbye.